What's up? Life of a dog owner.
Walking about this?
Every time you go around New York City, you just run into people. I saw you out of the corner of my eye, but I didn't know it was you. Meeting Evan. Little do they know they're getting their photo taken by the leader of the Hillsong New York photo team.
Instagram, Snapchat photographer.
So last time I did this, it was very shaky. I'm gonna try to make this a little more
Stabilized.
So what's up, man?
Start school next week.
That's right. You're studying what?
Digital communications.
Okay.
2 paths that I can go on. One is more like theoretical based, like on the strategy side of things, or there's the technical side of it, which is split up into 2 categories of either film and motion, or graphic and web development. So I was leaning more towards like the technical stuff because it's like, why not? I could probably get credits for it.
Yeah. So your goal is to graduate fast.
Oh yeah. I mean, I'm already starting summer classes, which sucks because that's just an extra 20 grand in tuition.
Yeah. Are you using the GI Bill?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I've got 3 years of benefits left.
Okay.
So the goal is to
you get the E5.
No, I get the E4.
What?
Yeah, I got in a lot of trouble when I was an E4.
Little
I'm really curious what he's doing.
photo shoot.
I'm always curious about those kind of shots.
Oh yeah?
Like what it actually looks like on camera.
You should ask for his card. Say, hey, I'm getting married soon.
First day, by the way, when I have to pick a wedding photographer.
It's a lot of pressure, dude.
It's a lot of pressure.
No, not on you, on the photographer.
Oh, yeah.
Where do you want to go?
Can't go that way.
You want to go to the other?
And here's the thing, with NYC zip codes, GI Bill is nuts. It's
Exactly.
like, take the money.
Yeah.
So that was like the inspiration to go back.
What's up, dude? How was, I saw your Instagram story. Was it, you had like a photo training thing?
Oh, for the photo team? Yeah, it was cool. It's always hard to like train those effectively where people can like walk away with stuff.
Yeah.
Because there's just 20 people, 15 people in a room. Harder than I thought to go through like how to train editors for that.
Okay.
So what we do in church isn't really about the editing because it's preset driven.
Yeah.
Most of it is tailored towards like how all the exports like interact with the server. You know, beyond like the preset standards, you know, the resolution, the file name, especially where they go in folders. You know, the entire folder structure system that we've built out, how that gets uploaded properly, and then how that gets moved into like the final archive.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's been the hardest part, is getting that to be repeatable. We just hit 250,000 images that we shot, which is nuts.
Where are you storing all that?
It was on Box, but now we've built a server in the office.
Okay.
But it's only about 2.5-3 years of raw images. Everything before that was all compressed JPEG.
Oh.
Just because we were storing on personal hard drives.
Oh, so you're, yeah.
So,
wow.
Which is funny when it's like, hey, let's look back 6 years and print some stuff, and you're like,
no, you know what? I think that's okay because like you still have to realize there's gonna be a look to the 2000s.
Oh yeah.
Right? So like we all go for the vintage stuff.
Yeah.
And it's like, it looks cool. Yeah, currently it looks too...
No, totally.
But like you're gonna look back in like 10, 15 years and like, oh, it looks so vintage, you know?
Right.
So yeah, I kind of stopped worrying about that, you know? So your team is 20 people?
No, it's more than that. There's maybe like 70 on our email list. Either still are connected with us or like want to stay connected. So, but I look at it like 45, like pretty active shooters.
Yeah.
Which is kind of nuts. It's pretty consistent now, but just we've had to make up systems and make up positions for people, you know, because everyone wants to join the photo team because it's the cool team to join.
Yeah.
You know, and so yeah, obviously I have to foster that, you know, and steward that, but then curb it and make sure that people aren't just doing it for a portfolio.
Right.
That like portfolio is the reward, it's not the reason.
Yep.
So But yeah, it's fun, man, because it's like people just show up and you're like, all right, sweet, I have no room for you, but I'll make a position, you know, and then you're like, you can lead that now, you know, and so there's kind of a fun transition, even though it's, I say stressful in a not like depressive way, but stressful in the sense that like there's a weight to it, of how we're just kind of breaking out of a plateau, to basically say, hey, look, like we need new leaders, we need new people, we need new editors, and we need to do this, and now you all get to train each other, you know, and then now there's a new layer of leaders that gets to raise up the team, and then a new layer of photographers that gets to train new people on just like not how to be a photographer, but just the standards of what we shoot, how we shoot it, which then that's kind of fun because then it's, you know, it's less pressure on everyone, you know, and that's, you know, the talking about Charlie, where it's like I don't really do much. It's like I do a lot, but it's I don't do as much. I feel like as anymore, just because everyone's carrying it equally. Yeah. So
that's just a testament to how you raise the team. So somehow. So are you gonna start to print stuff?
Yeah. The part of the text I think that I was like sent you to hang out today was like curiosity on printing, especially some of the Ethiopia stuff.
Okay.
And even the family portrait that I shot last year in Rwanda. You know, the whole Brendazer that I made. That one is, it's like 15,000 pixels by 12.
I don't know if I've seen that one.
No?
No.
It's pretty nuts.
I'd ask you to pull it up, but your phone is probably
jacked up. But it's cool because it's like the space that we're in right now was basically like the room that we were interviewing them, and it had a single window light, and so
that's like the best lighting though.
It was
out there.
It was nuts. They basically had an olifant like backdrop in their
It's like
wall.
A mud wall,
and the window light cascaded across their faces so perfectly that all I had was my 85 on me because I was just shooting so much video that I was just thinking, hey, I'll grab a couple portraits. I won't grab my wide. And so when I saw their faces, oh my gosh, can I take a family portrait? And when when you look through the viewfinder, it was like one person was on was in the viewfinder, and I was like, oh crap. So I basically just like
that's when you did the
so I just winged it, and I was like, I hope that like the Brendazer works. And I had to explain, all right, everyone, I'm gonna take a lot of pictures, and can you just like translate this? And you can sort of tell because I had to take it at like 1.8. I feel like, you know, it was definitely under 1.2.
Yeah, it probably looks epic though.
When
you stitch
really
that
cool.
kind of stuff together,
When I came back to that hotel that night, you know, it was like a silent high five.
Yeah.
You know, just like, yes, if there's nothing else I can walk away with, I walk away with that.
Yes. That's the best feeling.
Yeah.
It's like you click and you're like, oh, that's it. So excited for that one shot. Yeah.
Yeah, so between those and then even Lauren was asking the other day about like a few photographers that had like stories behind their images and like powerful moments. And so we were talking about Dave Creaswell because he had gone out to Ethiopia to do some BTS stuff for Joey Lawrence, and you know, and she was like, you should do your stuff, and if you know anyone else, and I was like, the only person I ever know that has stories is Andrew Kim. In terms of like,
who is this?
Lauren Hodges. She's, you know her. She's one of the worship leaders, but like one of the creative pastors right now.
Okay.
Yeah, because she was trying to figure out like a way to like have the photographers like gallery their stuff at a team night, but then if you're gonna do that, like have the openness to have the photographers explain it, you know, or explain like their process behind it, and then apply it into like not how do you do that for church because it's a little cliche, but like, well, how does that impact the way you see the world and interact with people as a Christian or a photographer? And you guys are all creatives and you're trying to find these lanes. How do you do that? And especially in New York where it's just cutthroat. Yeah, she wants to do that like later this summer, I think.
Cool.
Mid-June or something.
All right.
But I haven't printed. The only thing I've really printed is like test prints. Just to figure out like companies that I like, and then I've never really gone forward with printing stuff. Because of the frames behind it, the framing and matting. Like I don't have that kind of stuff. And I'm not going to pay someone or pay a company like $500.
Yeah, it's expensive, dude.
So.
I mean, if you want to do that, we could totally do that. My cost is like maybe $70 to frame something like this big.
That's nice.
Per frame.
Sick.
Including print. But then I got to spend like 2-3 hours cutting the mats, right? So actual money out of pocket, not labor, is like $70. I saw Annie Leibovitz's She had a gallery exhibition at the prison, the women's prison, and then she just thumbtacked like 17 prints
Really?
onto that. It's got this like vintage vibe to it, you know?
Yeah.
It's not like perfect museum, matted,
Oh, that's cool.
framed. So like you could totally do it that way too.
Yeah.
And you just print. That's a lot easier.
Yeah.
And like there's a cool, like when you feel, especially the paper that I love, like when you touch it, it's like a whole nother level of like experience.
Yeah, I have a like pile of negatives now that I've got to develop. So taking those to a shop and paying $20-25 to get that developed is just not worth it when I can spend half that to get all the materials.
I mean, if you want to develop it and then
Scan it later.
And then I have a scanner if you want to come
scanner.
over and sit there for hours and scan, but that's fine. You could totally welcome to do that.
Yeah, let's geek out.
Yeah, and then we could also print. Yeah, we'll make a day of it. So that's in like June? July?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that'd be cool.
I mean, the way I envision it is like a pseudo speaker lineup. You know, like, hey, this is like some folks we're going to be hearing from, and here's their work. Kind of like what we see at Photo Shelter.
Yeah.
Where they just have the work kind of displaying up on the screen.
Yeah.
But then you have the ability to like, you know, talk about it, and then you can easel it kind of on stage and have your work kind of around the place.
Yeah.
It's basically giving like room for folks to brag about what they do. And like humble brag it, you know, in the sense of like, yeah, I created this, but here's the story behind it.
I'm all for it. I love going to talks, hearing other people in their creative process. Yeah, I'm okay with that kind of stuff. It's like if you're a creative, like you just can't help but want to like share it, right?
Yeah,
so
right.
I'm of the belief that, you know, creativity is a God-given thing. So like, yeah, obviously there's ways you can kind of overdo it and try to, you know, show off and stuff,
Yeah.
but I think when
You start name dropping every other sentence.
yeah. Yeah, I mean, my dad's a pastor, and I was super shy growing up, and I never dreamed of wanting to be a public speaker at all.
Yeah, right.
And now that I'm older, and now that I do have things I want to say, it's like, yeah, I want to look for those opportunities where I can speak, you know?
Yeah, right. And not be, was it like false humility? Like, no, it's okay.
Yeah,
I don't wanna,
yeah.
So I don't want to take up your time. It's like,
Yeah.
nah, dude, give me the microphone.
Yeah.
Let's do this.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, just stepping into like when you start to see the image that you are, the image of God that you are, and you step into that and you start to own it more and more.
Yeah.
Like you're starting to hinder that. You're starting to hinder your purpose if you continue to be like, oh no, and trying to be humble about it. It's like once you start to grow into it and step into it and gain confidence, it's like you need to share that with the world because that's what God created you for.
Right, right.
It's like, what are you waiting for?
No, totally. Like the first few times where like I actually felt like I was who I was, you know. So like last year on vacation, the joke was, you know, oh, we're all really chill, and I was like, oh, you should have seen me a couple years ago.
Yeah.
Like you guys would have hated me. And it was like, oh, I wish I could see you then. It's like you really don't. But
Yeah.
actually, that would be kind of funny.
Yeah.
You know, because even still, like, you know, finding, and I'll have to show it to you when I come over sometime, but I'll have to bring over my first roll of black and white, like, selfies.
Mm-hmm.
Bro, they're like, like, I had real issues.
When was this?
Senior year of high school.
Oh wow, that's a long time
Like,
ago.
it basically looks like a completely, like, that I'm repressing a lot of sexual, like, frustration. Like, you know, like, cross-dressing and, like, putting saran wrap over my face.
Really?
Yeah, it's weird stuff.
Were you into photography then?
That's when I took my first photography class.
Oh, okay. And self-portraits is a thing.
Yeah,
photo.
so that was like the class, or that was the project that week. So most of the other negatives I don't really have anymore, but that one I have everything. So I look at it and I'm like, oh gosh, I'm a weird person, and this explains a lot.
Yeah.
You know, like because you look back and you go, no, I wasn't that weird of a kid. Like I was pretty normal. No, like it actually explains a lot of the outskirts of why I was not like always on the inner crowd.
Yeah.
But then you look at that and you go, oh, that actually developed me into like a lineage of peoples, you know, like plural, because you know you age and you grow so much.
Right.
To which it would be interesting to see all of that, because even footage of me in Afghanistan, like that's the only real footage that I have myself in between those times, you know, and that's 10 years ago.
Yeah.
Everything else, like I don't really have much. I'm noticing now that I have this like 5-year increment in life. Like every 5 years something resets a little bit. 2012, like this month or last month was when I like really came to New York City as like a weird kid that was just getting involved with New York, or well, New York, but also Hillsong. Then 5 years before that was getting off the plane from Afghanistan, you know, and then 5 years before that was like more or less getting out of high school, you know,
Yeah.
or really like seeing Black Hawk Down and basically wanting to enlist. You know, so it's like this really weird like trajectory. So it's all these little fun little like dots that kind of connect.
Yeah.
Even just the other night, that's I think where I really started to love the Instagram platform. Like the Times Square thing the other night. You know?
Yeah.
It was kind of a weird thing where it's like,
Congratulations, by the way.
yeah, no, it's like, and I didn't see it firsthand. That was the annoying part. Is I woke up.
Oh, you didn't see it?
Yeah, I woke up the next morning. I was seeing it on Instagram, and I was like, wait, what? So then I was texting a few friends. Like, yo, you gotta send me this video. You know, like people were just sending me videos.
Yeah.
And you know, having like a geek out moment for like 30 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
You know, whereas like if I was actually there, I would have been full on like,
Yeah.
you know, floored.
Yeah.
And all I could think of was like, oh, this is what Andrew felt like when he walked by and like saw his work, and it was like, oh,
Yeah.
oh.
Yeah.
It was like that weird like elation.
Yeah.
And then like for me, it kind of fell back. I'm like, but it makes sense. Like of course that's how it would happen.
Yeah.
Like it just happens.
Yeah.
You know. And then when you connect the dots, it's like, oh yeah, 5 years ago is when like I really started that journey.
Yeah.
So 3 years ago, and it was just like faithful grinding. With your video the other day of like with Wes, where it was like the miracle of the mundane or whatever.
Uh-huh.
Like the daily where I was just waking up having breakfast, you know, and then I get this like, oh bam, and then it like connected 3 years of dots of like all those like mundane moments.
Yeah.
Like kind of lazy.
Exactly. Yeah.
It really, again, it didn't change anything.
Yeah.
I still went. I was like, great.
Mm-hmm.
How do I pay rent?
Yep.
How do I pay my tuition bill? How
Yep.
do I do this? It doesn't change anything.
Yeah. Even when I won the bid for the job, I was already thinking, well, I was super excited for one, but I was already thinking like, well, what happens after this is done? Like, what's the next thing?
Yeah.
How do I transition from this to like a more successful, lucrative photo career? And I kind of didn't have that plan, so nothing really came of it. You know, like, well, I got to bid on it again, but they ended up going with somebody else this time. But I knew that wasn't going to be it. Like I knew my life wasn't going to be set from that.
Right.
And so, like, even this one photographer that I looked up to, I remember when he got his first Time magazine cover, and it's like everyone else is like, oh my gosh, like I want to be you know?
Right.
By the time it comes out, he was like already grinding out the next several jobs, and so he was already in the thick of like, so you even like Oscars awards and stuff, like all these, you know, one of the most prestigious award shows, like a lot of the actors are working on other stuff.
Yeah.
You know, and so then like a year or two later, they come back to the award show for that thing the idea of grinding it out for years, or say if you condense into 1 year, you grind it out for 11 months, and then in the 12th month, you finally get that thing that you've been working so hard for the past 11. That campaign, it finally came out, I finally did it, and I was super excited for like, I don't know, the next month, and that excitement carried me for the next month, so to speak. It was, you know, longer than that, but months 1 to like 5, I was like, where is my life going?
Right.
You're in desperation. You know, month 6, you might get a small job.
Yeah.
Month 7, you get an opportunity to bid on this exciting, amazing job. And then like finally in month like 9 and 10, 11, you're in production and it finally comes out, and then month 12, right? So like that whole journey from month 1 to 11, it's like a roller coaster, you know? You're like, God, where are you?
I love myself. I hate myself.
Yeah.
I love my work. I hate my work.
Right. So that's where a lot of people get depressed. Like you don't even know what you're doing. You think life is over. You think like maybe I made a mistake. Maybe I should do something else. And then people quit in like month 7, right? But like in order to be happy, you have to learn to be happy in the month 1 to 11, which is the process.
Yeah.
Like, you can't rely on that 12th month to carry you, because that's only 1 month long until that excitement wears off.
Yeah.
It's like, if you want to be happy, you have to learn to be happy in the longer period, which is the process. I'm learning to like enjoy when I get rejected. Like, I thought I was a pretty good chance to shoot the campaign again this year.
Yeah.
And before that, I lost 2 other exciting jobs. One was to shoot a couple celebrities. Another one was to shoot for Tom's Shoes in South Africa.
Yeah.
And then I lost those jobs, and I was like, all right, it's all right. I still have the Walgreens one in the air. And then I lost that too, and I was moping around for a couple weeks, and I was like, you know, this is the process. This is what I need to enjoy doing, because I can't rely on that.
Yeah, because you're only shooting for a few hours.
Yeah.
You gotta live the rest of it.
Right. So then, like, you know, I was moping around for a couple weeks, and then another opportunity comes up, and it's like, all right, at least I have that, you know? And I started to realize, like God doesn't want to keep you in a life of like nothing ever, right? Some people go through longer seasons of years, right? But it's not, I feel like it's not like he wants to keep you in that state of like desert for your entire life, you know? Like, he still wants to give you good things. And so, like, it's just holding out for that hope, that knowing that God has you still.
100%.
Oh, it's right here.
Yeah.
Wow. And we're back in Manhattan. All right. So now I'm gonna go to the church office and go to some meeting.
Some meeting.
Is it closed?
No, it's still open.
It's a big group. Anyway, they're having their meeting still, so we will sign off on that. It's good chatting with you, Evan.
Love you, buddy.